to her about smiling. No, I don't want to. Well, I think I think she's been again played by Dan or by Brian.
In all honesty, Jerry, me too.
And I'm now seeing, okay, all of a sudden he's caught again.
I was afraid to say anything about her because I thought everybody was all about her.
No, but you know what? If anything would happen, and I'm going to be very sensitive to that, because there's that comment there showed me now she's upset that Brian got caught again. You know, and she and the Steven thing. You be careful.
I heard everybody's like, he should quit hanging out with him.
I can tell you that he would have done murder for Brian.
Oh, I know.
What happened? I had to come lay down because Brian frustrated me this morning. I was like, I'm taking a nap.
You know what?
You know what?
We had a good conversation.
The Colonel just came in here.
Oh, he did?
Yeah.
We had a really good conversation. Me and
he is
Ollie.
mad.
Honestly,
we
I
just
think
said,
he's just, he can't believe what he did to him.
This morning, even this morning.
He won't even wear his military stuff.
Just honestly, me, Ollie, and Angie were sitting in there, and we said, you know what? It's over. It doesn't matter. He's gone. I'm not even worried about it.
Right. And I wasn't worried about it, but I wasn't going to sit in the kitchen and waste my morning for 20 minutes to an hour.
Yeah.
Did he say it or didn't he say it? Did he say who's going to do that?
I'm so glad you did that. I'm so glad you did that.
Just get it over with. He's sitting outside right here.
Yeah.
Let's ask.
Yeah.
So it went from, yeah, that's what the Colonel said. And when the Colonel's like, hell no, I didn't say that. Then he said, I hope. And then it went from, I hope, to then he came back in the kitchen and goes, why did you ask me all those questions? I never talked to the Colonel yet. So it went to 3 things in an hour.
And that upset the Colonel, because the Colonel goes, he swore. He swore.
The Colonel started cussing in here. He's like, who?
Jerry.
The Colonel started cussing because the Colonel's like, okay, so great. I'm the one that's going to be looking like a target because I supposedly told him that I was going to give him a vote, a split, break the tie and have him stay here if he could muster up 4 more people, because we all know he has Dan.
Yeah, but the thing is, that's all he has. And that's what we were realizing, I mean, we're like, he's not going to get 5 more votes.
And I'm not scared that he's going to get votes. Obviously, you never know what can happen in this game.
Right.
Miracles can happen. Rennie can go in that kitchen, stand on her head, and quack like a chicken. We don't know.
She probably can do that, actually. So.
But at the same time, I just didn't want to waste my morning sitting at the counter.
I respect you for doing that.
Oh, my God.
I'm like, respect you for doing that completely.
Who's just come on, let's just do this over and get it done.
Completely.
Yeah,
but who's mad at you for that? Nobody, right?
I don't think so.
No.
And if he is, I mean,
no one said anything. The only thing, Jesse came into me and he's like, that was awesome. He's like, someone needed to do that.
Yeah, just
See, this is what we're talking about, Steven.
That's exactly what it came down to. Hi. That's what he said. And then Ollie came in and said that he thought it was funny that you had woken up Brian from his nap, but he goes, he wasn't sleeping.
He was not sleeping.
And that's what Ollie said.
Yeah, he was not.
Both the people I talked to was like, good for Libra for freaking standing up and saying something.
Yeah, because we would have sat in the kitchen for half of my morning and I didn't want to listen to that.
We would have doubted Jerry more than Brian. We would have doubting Jerry the entire time. All of a sudden, if you didn't say anything, all of us would have been sitting there going, wow, you can't trust Jerry even again.
Right.
You know?
And he didn't learn his lesson the first time.
Yeah, and it had nothing to do with Jerry.
And I was told again that Dan approached Jerry told me upstairs that Dan approached him again in the kitchen this morning, questioning him, like interrogating him.
But she even heard Dan say, what?
He was like, why did you do this to us? I can't believe you would do this to us.
Jerry?
Yeah. And that was yesterday. And upstairs, he said the same thing to me again. And I'm like, I don't understand why they keep throwing you under the bus. Like, you didn't do anything to them. He did it to himself. And Jerry is like, I'm just getting pissed off, and he's like, I don't cuss, but I'm fucking sick of this shit,
Yeah.
And I feel bad for Jerry because he's like,
but see, I catch his little wordplay. Yesterday he told me on the couch, talk to me.
Yeah.
Can I wear this again?
Yes.
And he said, I talked to Ollie, and if I can get 4 votes.
And Ollie just swore again on his family's life. He's like, he does not have shit for me. Nothing.
If I can get 4 votes, then I can swing, and if I can split it, then the Colonel, he'll split the vote for me. He'll break the tie for me. And I said, oh, okay.
Here you go, catch.
So it's note to self. And then so this morning, who brought it up? The Colonel.
Right.
Yeah, it's going to be put out there that if Brian gets this, the split vote, and we're all like, we know, we heard it.
You'll be in.
You'll be in and you'll vote for his way. And the Colonel goes, hell no, I didn't say that.
Right.
And that's when I was like,
stupid.
Oh, you didn't?
Yeah.
I said, well, let's just ask Brian. He's sitting right here. Let's just not even sit here in this kitchen all morning long, suspecting the Colonel, suspecting him. So let's just get it done.
Yep.
Why do that?
And now the Colonel's really not going to do it because Brian already said he was going to. And now he's just like, fuck, he's going to do it out of spite to say, you know what I mean? I'm not going to do it. You know what I mean?
That's why.
That's why you do it. Yeah. I think it's perfect. I think it's perfect. Absolutely.
Even if that was a
So
possibility.
stupid to even remotely think about it. And now, again, even if he wanted to, he'd be like, no, I'm not going to do it just because you already have said to everybody I'm going to, and I never had that conversation with you.
Or even if I did, you've now thrown me under the bus again.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it is what it is. He has no chance.
Yeah. Oh, no. Sayonara, I'm going to be standing by the door saying, you know what, you played a good game, just a little early, buddy. And like we were talking, if this wouldn't have been broken out, I possibly think he would have been one of the final two.
Girl, I told you I had my dream where you were like a little, you know, like in the cartoons. You know, in the cartoons.
I didn't because I knew he wasn't very.
I had a dream because if she never
making it too obvious.
This is what happened. This is how this all happened, Steven. And it's so funny.
I mean, I had a fear of him. I did have a fear of him.
Yeah, no, I don't care at this point. This is how it all happened. No, about the revelation of everybody saying something. If Brian would have never told her in her ear, you got to watch your
about
friends.
us.
He just said friends.
Referring, though, we all
referring
know.
to us. She would have never came to talk to me. And when she started talking to me, we lined stuff up. I was like,
well, and I was already lining stuff up with the power veto.
And we were lining stuff up too.
When he confronted me about winning the power veto and taking Rennie off and putting up Memphis,
I already knew
why
he was
would I
working
do
everybody.
that?
I can't believe he asked you that.
I know. What kind of balls is that?
I still can't believe he asked you that.
Yeah.
That's kind of
That's
nervy.
very ballsy.
No, you have no idea. He wouldn't listen to her. She kept telling him, she's like, I want her out. He's like, I will make sure that she goes out later.
Me too.
Yeah.
I will.
And I'm sitting there
he wanted to bring her to the end, so
that's what brought
he
it
knew he had a good probably
and I'm looking at him, and I look at him, and I go, Brian, you don't understand. I go, I want Rennie out. Why would I do something? And this is exactly what I told him. I go, why would I do something like that? Why would I, to go ahead and say, the one person I want out of the house, why would I just automatically take her off for you because you don't feel comfortable with Memphis being in the house? Why would I do that? And he's like, well, I promise you I will get her out next week. That's why he was screaming
the whole power veto, come on, April!
Yeah, exactly. Exactly, because he wanted me to take off
That's all I basically heard coming out of his mouth.
And I'm like, why am I doing your dirty? And that's when we started thinking, well, you're doing his dirty work.
True.
It's
he screamed for everyone. We all did.
No, he didn't.
Okay.
He wanted April. He wanted
I'm
April
done
to
with
win
that.
because
I heard him scream. I'm not
Here we go.
trying to.
Okay. Okay. All right.
I mean, why do we have to?
He asked me to do that,
Don't just look at
Steven.
me.
He asked me to do that. And I was sitting right in here. And that's so unfair for someone to do that.
I was standing next to him, though. I heard what he's yelled. He yelled for everybody.
I was sitting next to him. You were sitting next to me.
I could hear. I mean, y'all are just kicking him when he's down.
Okay, he's out anyway. Might as well just keep kicking. Kick him out the door.
You want to go out like that, though?
Well, he's doing it.
Down?
He's still playing the game and doing stuff.
He's trying to scratch and
He's doing stuff that he's putting the Colonel under the bus and trying to save himself. That's nice. That's real nice.
He what?
So
throwing the Colonel.
Oh yeah.
Do we all want to be on his level, though?
No.
I'm not going out there kicking him in his face while he's down. I'm telling him to his face. And that's why I asked him straight up.
Is a sneaky
I'm not that kind of girl.
Man.
That's why I did it straight up.
I never denied
I know, I'm just saying, though, he is a sneaky little fucking snake.
And like I said, I've 100% given props for his gameplay. 100%.
I'm sure out in the real world, like, he is a talker.
Yeah.
Like, I'm sure.
I'm just like, you know what, Brian, good for you. I know,
he's a salesman?
honestly.
Yeah.
No wonder he's so good.
I'm just like, you know what,
I don't pay
it is what it is. So I'm like, hey, you know, you're a good game player. You just got too cocky. That was his only thing. Because I'll do this, I'll do that, I'll do that. And
I'll make sure you're safe.
Face. When he asked me to win the power veto and put up Memphis and take off Rennie, I said, how can you personally guarantee me that I'll get Rennie out next week? How can you? And he's like,
it's already been covered.
It's already been
taken care of.
But I'm like, well, what if she even wins? She's gonna put herself fucking up on the block, Brian. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
How
because
can
you said
control that?
I am a target of hers.
Yeah, I go, just to let you know, if she wins power or head of household, then I'm up. How are you going to guarantee me that she's just going to say, I'm just going to go, you have that much control that you can actually get someone who wins head of household to put themselves up? If you have that much control, I'll give you the $500,000 right now. Because you obviously know how to play the game. So, I mean, that was just, for me, really uncomfortable when someone comes to me and asks me to do that. When they know the one person I want out, why would I take her off?
Yeah, he did. He wasn't listening to you either.
I know, and I kept saying, you don't understand.
He kept just saying, like,
he was talking over her.
Bump what you're saying. Okay, so what we're going to do.
And I'm like, no, you don't understand. I want her out of the house. I was like, I don't want to keep her in here.